Another way for us to categorize or classify waves is if we look at them in terms of whether they need matter in which to transfer in or not. We have the mechanical waves, which are the wave types that require medium to be moved in order for the energy to transfer from one spot to another. We talked about classic waves such as using a rope or a slinky, and those are obvious mechanical waves, but there is other forms of waves that we can put into this category. Then we have the electromagnetic waves. The electromagnetic waves are waves that transfer or transmit their energy through without any sort of material. It can go through something, but it doesn't need anything in which for this material, for the energy, to be transmitted. And so it can be done in a vacuum, meaning empty space. And it's done by producing these vibrations all the way down to the molecular level. We're talking about the particles, the atoms, and the electrons that are floating around out everywhere. And therefore, these charged particles start vibrating and to transfer the energy from one spot to another. And this is such as the type of waves that we get from the sun. Now, if it wouldn't be for electromagnetic waves, then life on Earth would not be here, because we need energy in order for us to sustain life. And then over here, I have more types of waves that we can look at that we will be briefly discussing in class, which we have matter waves, that are the de Broglie waves. We have surface waves, which I already kind of talked about, which are called Rayleigh waves as well. We have elastic waves, which deal with Hooke's law that we kind of saw last semester with a spring constant, the one that actually was measuring my made-up word of the stretchiness or the springability of materials. We also have standing waves, and this is the classic type of wave we would see with two people with a jump rope. As they're turning the jump rope, we have a crest and a trough at the same time, and we could actually look at standing waves because things aren't really moving. Then we have sound waves, very important to our life. The seismic waves, again, may go back to this Rayleigh waves that you'll be able to look at. And at the end, we have the electromagnetic spectrum. It's this whole array of waves that we look at, that we distinguish, or we divide all the rays from the sun into this spectrum. And we'll be looking at that more closely when we start talking more about the light and the interactions that we have with the waves that deal with light.